was saying. I pressed stop by mistake. Yeah, Babylon the Great is him breaking the yoke from off his neck. Alright? Rome too, Greece. Well, before that, when they were ruling, when we was ruling, the scripture say the Edomites rebelled under some king in Israel. I can't remember. I believe that is 2 Kings the 8th chapter. Let's see. Second Kings 8. Yeah. Second Chronicles 21. Sorry. Second Chronicles 21 and 10. It says, so the Edomites revolted from under the hand of Judah unto this day. The same time also did Libnah revolt from under his hand, because he had forsaken the Lord power of his fathers. Right? So, yeah, I believe that was King. No, let me see whose king that was. Jehoshaphat. Jehoram. Yeah. King Jehoram. Verse 8. In his days, the Edomites revolted from under the verse 8. Second Chronicles 21 and 8. It says, in his days, the Edomites revolted from under the dominion of Judah and made themselves a king. So, he was ruling over them. That is the prophecy in Genesis, the 27th chapter. When thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right. We got them back in captivity when they fell as the Romans. Fuck. Is that right? Just so my finger, I thought so. Yeah, we got them back in captivity when they fell as the Romans. Revelation, the 20th chapter. Right? Spying Satan for 1,000 years. And we had the empire, the Byzantine Empire. Right? We had that empire, and through them, when they broke the yoke from off the neck the second time and set up Babylon the Great. But then when we get them back again, they ain't gonna break no yoke. That is it. But nevertheless, they as I was doing this video, this is the lesson here. Did the CIA actually sell crack in the 1980s? The answer to that is yes. There are no gray areas in that. So I'm gonna play some more of the video.
American, there's no doubt about that whatsoever. And for the other non-African people, they should know that this directly will harm them too.
These ideas took particular hold in the 1980s with the emergence of the so-called crack epidemic. It's easy to understand how people of color may not believe the US authorities have their best interests at heart. But do these particular drug charges stick? Did the intelligence agencies actually play a role in flooding American cities with cocaine?
Yes, nigga. Alright, yes. Fuck, so hard to believe. It's so hard to believe. They feminizing men. They cutting off the rods and sewing in vaginas. What's so hard to believe that they would flood these states? What the hell? That's so hard to believe? Is that so hard to believe? Not so hard to believe. You just don't want to believe it. Oh, you know it, but you just don't want the public to know it, so you live in gray areas. But the truth is revealed. Right? It is revealed. And you know what's the ironic thing? What they didn't plan for is for Jake to get out of that. Because they rode it. They rode that wave. It was dark. Right? It was a dark wave. It was a dark time in the history of Israel. It was very dark, bro. Seeing Jake, that baby's on the ground, and the baby's right there. The baby's right there on the ground. And them selling crack right, them smoking crack right here in front of the child, bro. They smoking this crack in front of the baby, boy. Crack babies, boy. And this little baby, this little young child is a victim, boy. Because all the mothers and fathers studying is to shoot up and get high. And fucking high. Young babies. Young men how to fend for themselves. Young women how to fend for themselves. Right? Inside of the road, they're sleeping, but all the studying is to smoke. 5 years, 10 years. And the road that wave, they destroy a lot, but the sudden plan for Jake, they come out. Jake don't crack again, Jake done of that. That's some who still smoke crack, but Jake fucking crack, they done of the crack. In a big way then, let me say it like that. In this big way like how they was on it, they're not on it like that anymore. Nah, Jake right now studying to elevate themselves in Babylon. They're studying to either become lawyers or politicians. Because let me tell you something, let me say this really quick, it's inevitable. You see the ones who destined to rule, whether or not, alright? Alright, let me say, Lord forbid, the Most High didn't intervene and come and deliver us. Jake would eventually come back on top, naturally. Naturally, because they destined to rule. That is their nature. We are the chosen, so they would eventually catch back the self and rise. That is how it would eventually go. You can't stop that. That cannot stop. Because it's theirs. But it's just the thing is that the Lord go in and come and bring me to the top. Which is the only way we could go to the top, and that is what we have to acknowledge the Lord. So Jake eventually come out for the bullshit. Clean themselves up and thinking forward now. It's a dark history, yes. But teach them something. Not to do that shit no more. Taught them that, right? And you know now who is the fucking junkies? These Edomites. They have the fucking fentanyl babies, which is worse. Right? So I will try and leave this link for this video in the description box. I want to play the whole thing because I don't know. Right? You could watch this video, hey. You see how low Jake is, Gary Webb. And it had two how low Jake was, Gary Webb, and it had Gary Webb 1996, and then you had two Edomites before him who kind of speculated. They explained it in the video that the CIA, they brought it out in 2 articles. They lose their jobs instantly for that. They were journalists, and Gary Webb being a journalist, a kind of small journalist, independent journalist, but he had a little say, did the investigation and published the Dark Alliance. Instead of commending Gary Webb on his investigative journalism and giving him a Nobel Prize for trying to uncover truth, because I guess that is what fucking journalism is about in the States, right? That is what they tell me. All media outlets persecuted the man, persecuted him. He lost his job. He lost any social status that he might have had. He lost it all. And then in 2004, offed himself, allegedly with 2 gunshot wounds. Makes no sense, right? Because he exposed them. And that's what the scripture says in the book of Isaiah the 47th chapter and first verse says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. Yeah, be seen. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen." And that is what went on there. The nakedness was uncovered, the shame was seen. And what they did, they tried to cover the shame. Take shame out of the face. Kill the man, which fucking mean alive. Right? "I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man." Alright, so, but the thing is, right now, as I say, Jake clean up the self. Israel clean itself. Israel stop the drugs. Right? So come on, father. And what Israel into right now? I was looking up the young plan. What Israel into right now? Israel into getting themselves right. But fentanyl. Yeah, put it right here. The tragic fentanyl problems. And who's fentanyl's face? Fentanyl's face is Esau. And that worse than crack, bro. These Edomites dying left, right, and center from this drug.
There's a way to make an entrance. This is my destiny. It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
Pure fentanyl, it is fire. Like, it is so dangerous. It's like the most horrid, wretched, pure terror you can imagine. And it feels like something slowly, like, just pulling your life force out of you. And then you get tunnel vision, starts getting smaller and smaller. And around this tunnel, it's just darkness, right? And it gets small.
They fucking Billy. That's fucking Josh. That sweet little Josh who grew up in the suburban area, right? See what going on is the Most High is flipping the script because Israel is about to come into power. Now I'm not saying it don't have no Jakes who is crackheads and drugheads, still that real Jakes doing that. But the main face of drug use right now is not Jake no more. Nah, Jake changed the image, right? Jake cleaned the image up. So he sort of still try to put he has the face, but look the real face here of a flunky. Because he's a fucking flunky, right? The parents still trying to get he to come off of this drug. Come off the streets, Josh. Josh don't want to come off the streets. Just love drugs. That's what we talking there. Hey, but you had to praise the Most High. And it's just gonna get worse for you niggas. He's a fucking nigga, man. He's a nigga. That's what he is.
Smaller and smaller and smaller closes, and it goes, you're dead. That's it.
You think you're dead?
No, you're dead. You're a flatline, no heartbeat, dead.
Vancouver, a city renowned for its natural beauty. A quote from the tourist board. But beneath the mountain vistas, the city has a tragic underbelly. Despite being known as one of the world's top 3 cities in which to live, a tiny neighborhood known as Downtown Eastside is experiencing a huge drug problem. Thousands of lives have been lost, and in nearly 9 out of 10 autopsies, a deadly new illicit drug has been present.
The painkiller fentanyl is now the #1 killer drug in the U.S.
You can die just by touching it.
Fentanyl.
A fatal dose of fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
The potent opioid that's supposed to tranquilize elephants.
A synthetic painkiller 100 times more powerful than morphine.
Just 2 milligrams of the pure drug, which is about 4 grains of salt, is enough to kill the average adult.
Prince died from a lethal amount of the painkiller fentanyl.
A 10-year-old boy in Florida has become one of the youngest.
Overall, more than 63,000 people died of
Monster drug kills far more people than gun violence.
And if you don't know what fentanyl is, it is basically the new heroin, but much, much stronger.
Unregulated substance, and we're the ones dying. Life down here.
Hey, what's up, bro? Not a whole lot. I'm on a documentary right now, brother. I'm on a documentary here talking about opioid use and shit. Yeah. I'll come talk to you in a minute. Hey, wait down here. I gotta talk to you.
What the fuck, man? Wow. Yeah, it's funny as hell, boy. I don't like fucking Esau, boy. I don't like Esau. I don't like Esau, boy. I don't like them fucking Edomites, boy. I don't like them, boy. I don't like Esau, boy. I don't like white Edomites. I wouldn't say it like that. You see? But she faced the pup, a 9-year-old died from fentanyl overdose. They're still trying to make Jake look like since we small, we smoking drugs. And the news public, you know, mate. But you know what? You know what? You either might all you go.
Pathology report reveals his 9-year-old daughter died from a fentanyl overdose. The report is released 5 months after the little girl's death. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG's Melissa Moon joins us from outside the Shelby County Medical Examiner's Office with the latest on this story. And Melissa, do we know where the child got the drug from?
No, and that is the question that the father is asking tonight. So far, MPD isn't commenting on this case, but did ask for the autopsy.
But they're trying to put Jake, the oil trying to put Jake, look.
The pandemic continues, a different crisis is growing, the use of opioids, specifically fentanyl. Only on ABC 10 News, our Melissa Macia has a warning to all parents from a San Diego family who lost their teenage daughter to the crisis.
The Williams family Christmas outfits.
Pajama Military Academy. She was in Sea Cadets. She was very involved in that.
But Kendall isn't here to talk about her future or celebrate Christmas.
I mean, there's days, Christmas is hard. Last Christmas we weren't home. It'll be something that will set you off. Less now. It's obviously almost 2 years. So less now than, a year ago.
She died March 2020. Beth and Tony remember that day vividly. Beth knew when she heard the knock.
And they said, it's the police. And as soon as they opened the door, I say, Kendall's dead.
Kendall died of a fentanyl overdose. She was only 17.
Oh, so cute.
It's very difficult to put your head around it. We were sitting right here.
Nice little Kendall. Bro, you know how much people you either might have, you know how much Jake babies on the ground fucking crying, mothers throwing away babies in trash cans, you know how much of that all you had to pay for, boy, all you had to pay, boy. It's just a small taste, boy, all you have fucking hell to catch. You see you with your big forehead, watch you. You going to be in slavery, boy, under we, boy. That is what the scripture say. And anybody who don't believe that, well then fuck you. Anybody who don't believe that, any Israelite who don't believe fully and wholeheartedly, this Edomite right here, I'm gonna zoom in. This little nigga right here going to be we slave, then you, I will have to tell you, fuck you. this Edomite right here is going to be our slave. He's a servant. He's not a chosen. He have to serve us. How much people they make we there? You know how much of our people that happen to? Fuck it, boy. Things get mad. I get one more precept there and I'll close it off. Right? Time for you Edomites to fall, boy. It's time. This book of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16 says, therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Verse 17, Revelation 13, 9 and 10. But I just quoted verse 17 in Jeremiah 30. It says, for I will restore health unto thee, I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Yeah, they thought we was forsaken. Never forsaken, brother. Never. So that I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect. Shalom and stay strong. Hopefully edified. Shalom.